John Benedict, an active alumni from the McHenry Music Program, went from walking the halls here at McHenry High School to the halls at Wrigley Field.
My parents threw me into piano lessons at 5, and I hated it. Going to choir, working with other singers and musicians, and working with Mr. Galvicious, just made it tolerable and then eventually enjoyable.
With a gained passion for music and a forever love of baseball, Benedict was fortunate enough to get a job as the Chicago Cubs organist and add energy to the ballpark with his music.
And I ended up as a freelance producer for a man in Lake in the Hills who has this crazy Cubs cave basement that he has Cubs players over, and he interviews them and holds these charity events, and I was in charge of recording those interviews and putting them into a podcast form and putting it out online. I looked at him like, okay, I mean, piano, organ, I've been playing piano for 20 years, and organ is sort of the same, right? It's just a little bit more dense and complex, so I would, at these events, I just turned it on and messed around with it and did what I could, and eventually I worked on it quite a bit and got pretty good.
Every player has a pre-game routine, and Benedict is no different. He gives an inside look at his game day prep and how he chooses his songs.
So I get to 3 hours early and go through I have a huge Excel spreadsheet of songs. I'll usually go through the opposing player's roster to find any songs that would associate with players, headline, whatever, just something, and I go through the whole roster, the active roster, or the starting lineup if they give it that early. And then I'll go through the set list to play as people are walking into the ballpark before first pitch. And I play for about an hour and a half, and then I take a little break. And the game starts at 1:20, and then I'm in the game. Foul balls and dead balls, I play a little bitty between innings or some innings where I'll play a song. They do a Name That Tune. Then after the ball game, if they win, we sing Go Cubs Go, and we all go home. If they lose, I play a couple songs, and then we all go home.
Benedict is still being very involved in McHenry's music program. He gives advice for aspiring musicians and how to keep their passion.
Be opportunistic. Don't specialize too early. You have to be willing to change as the industry changes. What can I do? Well, how can I create things? Because you're not going to get a job with a degree. You're going to get a job with a resume with things you've done. You can play all the songs that have already been written, and there's a reason you should, because it shows us where we came from and how difficult and challenging things can be, but also use what you know about to make new things.
We wish Benedict and the Cubs good luck next season, and we hope to see him around McHenry. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Cooper Zembruin, Tyler Houston, Grace Mueller, and Keith Pierce. Go Cubs Go!